you'd think that because you are smart and successful, you should also win at love. Unfortunately, those same qualities are what make dating harder, not easier. So in this video, I am breaking down 3 ways being intelligent sabotages your love life and what to shift so you can finally succeed in dating like you do everywhere else. I am Koloina, engineer turned dating strategist, and I help you untangle your ideal partner from the twists and turns of your overthinking mind so you escape the modern dating matrix. So the first way being smart ruins your dating life is simple. You overthink everything. Having a master's degree in science, I have discovered that your brain is designed to stay stuck, not to take action. I remember I was at that lunch once, and there was that girl I had just met. She knew I was looking for a job, so she asked me, "How is your job search going?" To which I answered, not so great. And what impressed me is that within seconds, she asked everyone around the table if they had a job offer. Like, hey, is your company recruiting? Do you need customer service? Can you show her your HR website? And I was like, whoa, taken aback, because I could never do that. She had the audacity I didn't have. Because if it was me, I would ask myself a ton of questions and my brain would freeze. What could they think of me? We don't even know each other. And it's lunchtime. Is it the right time? Won't I disturb people? And when the goal is to take action, I would probably end up doing nothing. And so what was the difference between her and me? We are all made the same way, right? With one brain, 2 arms, 2 feet, 2 legs. I found out that the only difference is that I have a master's degree when she has a high school diploma only. I realized that the purpose of higher level education is not to acquire knowledge. In fact, I don't know about you, but I remember almost nothing. What it actually does is shape your neural network, or how you think. The way you plan, organize, analyze, optimize, strategize. It works incredibly well for your career, but for your dating life, not so much. It actually slows you down, because the more you think, the longer it takes you to take action. Your overthinking underlies your time to action. You overanalyze the situation, every move before approaching a girl in the street. Should I shoot the shot or not? You overthink timing, every text message, silences, emojis. And while you're thinking, others are winning. That's the truth. But dating rewards action, not perfect thinking. And so the solution is not to stop being smart, okay, because you are amazing the way you are, but it's to keep your way of decision making for work and simplify your decisions in dating so you can actually move. And if you tend to overthink and stay stuck, I have created a tool that simplifies your decisions in dating. It decodes for you your ideal partner so you stop guessing who's right, and it shows you how to move forward. So check the link below. The second way being smart sabotages your love life is that it separates you from your potential partner. Because relationships are made of emotions, but high-level education trains your brain for logic, not for emotional intelligence. You know, I have someone in my circle, and every time I share with him a problem, it's like I turn into this big, heavy project he must ship before tomorrow 6 p.m. Constantly prioritizing logic beyond feelings, and it is painful. I remember once telling him how I felt, and he started to bombard me with questions. But what exactly happened? He needed facts and to analyze and draw conclusions. And I end up interrupting him. Hey, can you listen to me when I tell you how I feel? To which he replied, but I need to understand the situation first. And I was like, oh, God, like the level of empathy saved this world. But it makes total sense. He has an occupational tick. He has been an engineer and project manager for 10 years. And so he has developed a very structured, rational mind from there. And it's powerful for your career, for problem solving, for your business, for investment strategy. But in relationships, it can make you rigid. And here's the thing, relationships are not just problems to solve. They are experiences to live and feel. And so if you stay surface level, logical, you will struggle to bond and build a relationship long term. Because stability requires depth, and depth comes from empathy. So if you want to succeed in dating, you don't need more logical intelligence. You are very fine here. You need to learn to develop emotional intelligence. You need balance, because that's what allows you to connect to someone else, especially if you want a life partnership. And the third risk of being smart in dating is that it makes you picky and you may choose the wrong partner. You could think that because you are smart, you know how to choose, but that's not exactly right. The problem is, you may choose based on identity, not compatibility. When you've spent so many years building yourself, your career, you've studied hard, maybe you've sacrificed Friday nights with friends, hobbies, some food you crave, because with success comes a lot of sacrifices, right? It is normal to define yourself around that. And so naturally, you will want someone who matches your level. Same education, same ambition, maybe same beauty, same intellectual depth. But the risk is, you may prioritize the wrong thing. For example, I met that guy once, and one, he had no diploma, not even a high school diploma, and also he looked a bit chubby. And so my first reaction was he doesn't love himself. And if he doesn't love himself, he certainly cannot love me. Why? Because if you look overweight, it means that you overeat or you eat poorly, and so you don't take care of yourself. And as soon as I caught myself thinking like that, I was like, no, like, give him a chance. And I'm so glad I did. Because when I got to know him, I discovered he was a leader in a nonprofit organization, and he was on a weight loss journey. Actually, he had lost a lot of weight, and he was actively working on himself. And so it's so important to let go of judgment. We could really miss our love opportunity because of biases. And so that's the danger. If you believe that the most important thing about you is how smart or how successful, how handsome you are, you may choose the wrong partner because you value the wrong things. And you may reject people who are actually compatible with you just because you stopped at surface level criteria. But you don't need someone who is exactly like you, who thinks like you, who is as successful as you. You need someone who aligns with your life. So expand your criteria beyond intellect. And if you want to make sure you set your criteria right, so you stop choosing people who look good on paper but don't work long term, then check the link below, because it tells you exactly who you should be dating for that lasting relationship. The ultimate truth is that same brain that helps you win in life needs to be used differently in dating. You don't need to be less smart, but you need to develop another type of intelligence, and you need to unplug it from time to time. Because when you stop overthinking, reconnect with emotions, and shift your standards by choosing better criteria, dating becomes simpler and more accurate. Because love isn't just something to solve, it is something to feel and be. And if you felt exhausted by dating lately, this next video will help, because I explain why being smart makes you burnt out in dating.